Welcome to All About Math series. Today we're diving into negative numbers.
We'll first start our journey talking about negatives with adding and subtracting negative numbers. Let's go ahead and take it back to elementary school and look at our number line, starting off at 0. And if I want to add 5 to 0, that means I will be going right on my number line 5 units. And 0 plus 5 will give us an ending value of positive 5. Similarly, I can go ahead and start again at 0 and now subtract 5, which means I'll be going left on my number line 5 units. And 0 minus 5 will give us an ending value of negative 5. We can also think of this concept as a bank account. If we have a starting balance of $0 and we deposited $5, we would have an ending balance in the positive $5. Similarly, we can have a starting balance of $0. We can spend $5 and our ending balance will be in the negative $5. Let's go back to our number line and now start off at negative 6. And I want to add 4 to negative 6, which means once again I will be going right on my number line 4 units. And negative 6 plus 4 will give us an ending value of negative 2. Let's go ahead and start off at negative 6 again, and now we're going to subtract 4, which means we'll be going left on our number line 4 units. And negative 6 minus 4 will give us an ending value of negative 10. We can once again relate this back to our bank account with a starting balance of negative 6. We're spending 4 more dollars, which means our ending balance will be in the negative $10. Now we'll go ahead and talk about multiplying and dividing with negative numbers. And all we have to keep in mind is that two negatives will make a positive, and a positive and a negative number will always give us a negative end result. We might have a problem that looks like 3 times negative 2, a positive times a negative, and once again, positive and a negative will always give us a negative outcome. And 3 times negative 2 is exactly negative 6. We might have something that has 2 negative, and we have to keep in mind that 2 negatives, they kind of cancel each other out. And 2 negatives being multiplied together will give us a positive end result. And 3 times 2, or negative 3 times negative 2, is positive 6. Let's go ahead and take a look at dividing. We might have a positive number in the numerator and a negative number in our denominator. And once again, positive negative will make a negative end result. And 9 divided by negative 3 is exactly negative 3. We might have our negative in the middle of a fraction where there's only one negative present, so it's assumed to be a positive divided by a negative. And once again, a positive divided by a negative is a negative end result. And negative 10 over 5 will give us exactly negative 2. We might also have our negative in the numerator, and the placement really doesn't matter. We have a negative divided by a positive, which will once again give us a negative end result. And negative 8 divided by positive 2 is exactly negative 4. We might also have something that looks like a negative in our numerator, a negative in our denominator, and here we have a negative divided by a negative, which 2 negatives will give us a positive end result. And negative 6 divided by negative 3 is exactly positive 2.
That's a wrap for today's episode of All About Math series. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Until next time, keep learning, stay curious, and we'll see you in the next All About Math episode.